Greetings. This is going to be a collective read, and I am going to do all 12 signs as well. I have so many messages to channel, so getting right off the bat, it's cuffing season. I don't really like that phrase, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing tonight is the night when two become one, so we have I need some love like I never needed love before, so it's Spice Girls when two become one. So someone here could be feeling like they need some love like they've never needed love before. Now we also have 1 + 1 = 2. So 1 + 1, 1 and 1 would be 11, 2 is partnership. So there's something here definitely about partnerships, but I also keep hearing the 411, and that showed up in one of the previous readings. Now 411 is information, but 4 4 + 1 + 1 is 6, and that is also the number of the human. That is also the number of Venus and romance. And so 2 is partnerships, and then 6 is romance and Venus, the planet of love, and the feminine. So there is something here definitely about love, Venus, partnerships, romance, and partnerships that are not necessarily romantic. So there is going to be a strong emphasis in this reading about relationships, both romantic and platonic friendship. Now I'm also hearing it's all because of you. You're my sunshine after the rain. You're the cure against my fear and my pain. So that's 98 degrees. It's all because of you. So someone here could be having a lot of memories of someone. We also have Just to See You Smile by Tim McGraw. You got an eye for things, or you got an eye for things that glitter, but I was far from being made of gold. So this could be a connection between like one person is more in front of others, or a showstopper is what I'm hearing. Someone can be in the public eye, an athlete, they can have some sort of entertaining or influence, some sort of business along those lines, and the other person can kind of be someone who's like more of a homebody, more rustic, so to speak, but both people can be like tomboy energy or country girl or country guy or girl next door. Strong energy of that is coming through, like very strong values here. Also a very strong emphasis on Romeo and Juliet. So there's something here about like, I'm not an astrologer, but I do believe Venus is debilitated right now. And so with this, it's like Venus wants to be in partnership, but Venus is having a struggle to be in partnership. So people can want to be in relationships right now, but there are things coming up in the way of those relationships. That is like gossip of outside people, slander, lots of lies, and lots of lies being shown here. I'm gonna actually go to that one soon because I'm just going to say it right now. So the song Can't Hold Us Down by Christina Aguilera. Call me a bish because I speak it's on my mind. When a female fires back, suddenly big talker don't know how to act. So he does what any little boy would do, making up a few false rumors or two. So someone here is absolutely slandering somebody else, and that can be why a relationship isn't happening, because somebody is slandering somebody because they don't want this relationship to come together. But it is a divine union. It is a divine working relationship. It is ordained by God. It is ordained by the higher. So there's something here about if people are trying to like cover something up, if people are trying to get in the way, did Romeo and Juliet's family keep them apart? No, like they ended up getting together. So obviously the ending of it was tragic. So there's that. But I also kept hearing the song Therapy by Robin Thicke. I'm trying to not say the seh word because YouTube does kind of doc videos that have that word in it. So my apologies, but not my apologies whenever I say the S-C-X-A word. Funny. Also Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. So something could happen on a Sunday morning. I'm hearing, so what was happening Saturday night? So you could have stayed the night with someone, or someone wants you to stay the night Saturday night and they love how you look on Sunday morning. But also Sunday morning rain is falling. You twist to fit the mold that I'm in. So someone here could be kind of changing their life to try and fit somebody else's life. And it's like, don't do that. It's like, just be yourself. It's like there's two energies that are so opposite. They're so opposite, right? But it's like opposites attract. I'm hearing the song Chemicals React by, what is that, Ali and AJ, but the planets all aligned when you looked into my eyes, and just like that. So someone here, it's like when they looked into your eyes, they just knew. So there's something here about eye contact, very heavy. It's all in the eyes. I'm also hearing the song Nobody's Home by Avril Lavigne. What's wrong? Too many problems. Don't know where she belongs. She wants to go home, but nobody's home. So someone here could be like longing for home, but nowhere feels like home. That is a sign, just a little sharing here. But if you don't feel like anywhere's home, that is within yourself, you know, because home is actually within your own heart. And I don't care how cheesy that sounds, because it's just the truth. So if you don't feel home anywhere, it's because God, Spirit, Source is trying to reconnect you to Spirit, to God, to yourself, to oneness. So there is something here about someone looking for happiness outside of themselves. They're looking for all these things outside of themselves, and it really is inside of themselves. Loving you is the routine. It's Callan White or Kaylin White. Loving you is the routine, because ain't nobody doing that, darling. So someone here could really want to love you. They really want to pour love into a situation because they don't see anyone loving on you. So someone is tripping over you in that body. It's a good song. Secret agent, why you move like that. Write my shames on a loose leaf. So someone here could be writing about you. Someone here could be, you could be someone's muse. Like you could be someone's inspiration for the art that they make or the songs that they write. Or, you know, if they play a sport, like you kind of give them that extra adrenaline oof. We also have No Exit by Chris Brown. So this is a channeled message for those who are in relationships. Now, remember, guys, there are so many people that watch these on all different channels. So if it's not your message, it's not your message. And sometimes the messages are really strong for people that are single or people that are unhappy. But I do want to say that there are channeled messages here for people that are very happily married, very happily in connections with children, and you do have a good relationship. So do not question your relationship if you're not already questioning it. If you are questioning it, then yes, listen to the tea. But if you're not questioning your relationship, then do not take certain messages to, you know, like don't cause an issue if there's not already an issue. Now, if there is an issue, yes, you're right on the money. But the song No Exit by Chris Brown is, let me make this clear, I ain't going nowhere. There really ain't no exit. Bad girls just don't do enough. Take it, you got all my love. Don't be worried about the stories. I'm different. That ain't me, I'm different now. Also, you know, there's a part in that song whenever he says, like, don't worry about my ex, this, that, and the other. So if you're in a relationship and, like, that person's ex or your ex won't leave you alone, it's like if your ex won't leave you alone, you need to assure your partner that your ex really doesn't mean anything to you. And if you're in a relationship and, yeah, there's just something here about the ex, but the ex, like, genuinely, the person does not care about the ex. Genuinely. So if you're in a happy relationship and you guys have a child and you're together and you're worried about your person's ex, stop worrying about them because you really don't need to worry about them. Now, next message is My Happy Ending by Avril Lavigne. She kept coming through so strongly this weekend. All this time you were pretending so much for my happy ending. So someone here could feel like they just had the rug pulled out from under them. They can feel like someone was completely acting in a situation. They can feel like somebody was just, yeah, giving them the runaround is what I'm hearing. All the things you hid from me, all the things you hide from me. So someone here is hiding quite a bit and they can be upset. So this is funny. Someone can feel like someone left a situation. Now the person who left the situation, the person they left feels betrayed. However, they left the person because the person that they left was betraying them. So riddle me how that makes sense. How does it make sense? This person A leaves because person B is betraying person A. Now person A, person B. So person A leaves because B was betraying them. But now B is going to say that A is doing something wrong, even though B was the one who betrayed A in the first place. So how does that make sense? It doesn't. So someone here is upset because they betrayed somebody. Literally, someone is upset because they betrayed somebody and they're upset that the other person caught them betraying them. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person and karma's gonna get you. So there's just that. Something here was done in perfect timing. Someone got out of a situation in perfect timing. Someone is going to enter into a new situation in perfect timing. You could show up somewhere in perfect timing. This could literally be like having a kismet meeting with somebody on the internet or in person, like you just decide to go to the store or go in that park or go, you know, you decide to go somewhere off the beaten path. So Spirit is saying there is a high probability for chance encounters this week. So make sure that you are either, you know, active in whether that's like out in your community or whether it's just interacting online. Like it can be even be one of those things where, you know, I'm hearing Caitlin Big Mad whenever like Russ. So when artists have those things like open verse, whatever, and they let people like send in, if you're an artist, I'm seeing someone really can get like that big deal you can land that deal with that big shot if you keep working for it, because I am seeing someone getting lucky here with perfect timing. Also with perfect timing, that is a song by Tony Stith. You should be mine. How can someone let a good thing go and walk out their life? He didn't try. So someone here feels like someone is always getting in like bad relationships, or with people who don't really try, people who don't really respect them, and someone here is like really wanting to stand up to the bat, stand up to the plate. Someone is really wanting to step up. And this perfect timing kind of really goes with Routine by Kaylin White. Loving you is the routine. Ain't nobody doing that, darling. So someone here wants to love someone. They want that to be a part of their routine. You Should Let Me Love You by New. You Should Let Me Love You. Okay, also the song Psychic by Chris Brown, so some of you guys could be tuning into your intuition. Girly Psychic, it's your life, it's your way. I want to know how she read my mind. She catch me every time. She might be psychic, but I like it. So that's Chris Brown and Jack Harlow. In that it's someone that has known you from childhood though. Like, this is somebody who has known you from like elementary school or middle school, and they're now seeing you like come into your own. And it's because it's I know that you're a geek though. I know you had an emo phase. I know you'd rather be home. So someone really knows, they know like both sides of you. They know all sides of you, and they love all sides of you. And they also feel like the last person didn't try, and they say, bring it around my way. I can make your whole day. All right, because Venus in partnerships is the stronghold for this reading, all 12 signs, I got a naughty deck. It is a naughty deck. I can't show any of these pictures on here because they're all very revealing. They're very revealing. So this is probably going to be a more intimate romantic reading for all 12 signs, starting with Capricorn, ending with Sagittarius, because of the nature of this card. Now, for some of my Capricorns, I'm sorry, but this has been coming through very strongly for Capricorn lately. For some of my Capricorn males, and I'm just being told, in Greek times, like in the old days, the men that had the most power, I guess, were basically bi, but they weren't always bi. It was just that it was a power thing. Sex is, there I go saying it, so YouTube is probably gonna dock me for that. But sehe is all about power for men like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. I'm thinking of like ancient Greece and ancient Romans. It's like, they had their boys and they had their girls. And so for some of my guy Capricorns, there could be a female that's rejecting you because she knows that you watch male stuff, and she has nothing against that, but she is extremely straight, and she only wants someone who's extremely straight. And so if you're a Capricorn male and you think that you're hiding the fact that you watch guy stuff, intimacy in your free time, or that you actually have, messed around with guys in your free time, you need to find a woman who is also bi, or you need to just come out, wave the flag, because we live in a day and age where you can do that. You need to just come out and wave the flag, Capricorn, and you need to just, let the world know that you're into men, because the women in your life are sick of it. All right, other messages for Capricorns. That was a very specific message. Oh yeah, for some of my Capricorns, there's a strong need to, it's like everything is about temptation rather than just like having something. So this all comes from a lack of self-worth. So the biggest thing here, Capricorn, is if you don't have strong enough self-worth and you're not emotionally attuned to yourself, and you're still feeling like you didn't get the attention from mommy or daddy that you needed, and you still haven't healed from that, then you probably just go from little connection, like meaningless connection to meaningless connection, little spark here, little spark there, little spark here, little spark there, and you never really give fully of yourself, because there's a lot of healing, 3 of Swords with the Star card, that needs to go down. Now, I can show these cards. So the Star card, she's like pure here. She's in white, so white is about reclaiming your purity. So for a lot of my Capricorns, if you aren't already being celibate, then you are being pushed to be celibate for quite some time, because this would be good for you. I've been celibate for a while, and it's been really, really good for me. And I feel like a lot of people underestimate the power of celibacy. And there's a strong thing here about rejecting it. Because look, in the 3 of Swords, this guy like has his pants down. I'm covering his wiener. But she's like waving off. She's like, no, Like, that doesn't get me anymore. I need something that's more emotionally fulfilling with the star card here. I need something that's spiritual. I need something here that is, this is like being demisexual. I need my mind to be stimulated. I need my intellect to be stimulated. I need to know that you can get me and I can get you on an intellectual level, that we can, you know, emotionally respond. Like, there's just a strong need here for my Capricorns of getting to a certain level of emotional awareness within yourself that is required before you can really manifest this full new relationship. And for a lot of my Capricorns, there is something here about punishment too. I'm hearing crime and punishment. So for some of my Capricorns, there could be a fetish here about that, and that kind of goes back to when your parents punished you. Oh, this is going to be a really dark and intimate reading for the 12 signs, but it's like you have to get to the base of that, and you have to forgive your parents on a deeper level before you can actually manifest healed love in your life. And there is a strong thing of the numbers 3 and the number 8. And 8 is all about bringing yourself into balance, and 3 is all about foundations and building new foundations with people, building, you know, being on a team, so camaraderie. So being able to work well with others and to cooperate with others. And Capricorn, there's something here about, you know, if people aren't really cooperating with you, where are you not cooperating with yourself, and just where are you not cooperating with your truth? All right, Aquarius. Ooh, I'm sorry guys, this is gonna be an interesting one. All right, first one of my Aquarians. Ooh, selfish, darling. I love it. I'm hearing this song, the type of girl you want to chew all of my bubblegum. I'm the type of girl you want to take to your mama house. Take. So, Bubblegum by Rashida. So for some of my Aquarians, your partner could see you as someone that's selfish, or you could then take this, you know, either way. You see your person as selfish, or they see you as selfish, but you likely both see each other as selfish. Like, one person can be like, you always want me to go down on you, but you don't go down on me. Like, that's coming through for some of my Aquarians. But it's like the other person is like, but you didn't earn it, but you're not worthy of it. And so there's almost like a competition here with some of my Aquarians. And if you're manifesting that in your relationships, where you're always having this like push, pull, like, I'm in control. No, I'm in control. No, you serve me. No, you serve me. That's what's coming through really strongly for some of my Aquarians. Yeah, and it's in a strange way. It works for you, Aquarius. It really does. Because if anything, keeping impeccably high standards, Aquarius, is going to only align you with people who also have impeccably high standards. And people who have impeccably high standards, whereas they aren't always well off and on the right path, there's more people who have impeccably high standards that are on the right path than those who don't have high standards that are on the right path, so to speak. So, for some of my Aquarians, it can also be because you could have spent a long time in celibacy. And so you have this sort of, I don't want to say snobbishness, but it's kind of coming off that way. It's like, I've earned being in this space. I've earned being served this way. There's that kind of energy for my Aquarians. And there's a strong understanding of your sexual power. Like, you know your power. I'm hearing, barracuda. I'm also seeing like a Catwoman, like a black leather cat suit. For some of my Aquarians, there is definitely someone is stalling, or you could be stalling out on someone. If you're stalling out on someone, they really don't care because they're getting served by a million other people. And if you're the one stalling out on somebody, you should keep stalling out on them because they're for the streets. They are for the streets. For some of my Aquarians here, there's something here about acceptance, like deep acceptance of all sides of the coin. I'm hearing, remember who you are. If you have forgotten yourself, then you have forgotten me. So, Mufasa. So, your grandfather could be wanting to speak to you, Aquarius, or your grandfather could have some advice for you, or you could have a trinket or something from your grandfathers that is quite important. And you could also have to make a strong decision, Aquarius. And Spirit, for some of my Aquarians, it's like you're living in one way because you feel like it's going to uphold the societal norm and it's going to look as if, but you're not happy there. And it's like, again, with the, if you've forgotten yourself, you've forgotten me. It's like, if you're not living in your truth, but you're living in something that like looks okay, or you think society deems as acceptable, but you're not happy there, it's going to reveal itself in time, Aquarius. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And also, Aquarius, if someone knows, like, be cautious here of who you tell your business to, because it's like an energy of someone telling your secrets. That's what's being, yeah, someone telling your secrets. Or someone could have some like evidence via the internet. Like someone could have like proof of messages between you and someone, or you being on like a dating app when you're in a relationship or something like that. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, this is dark. I guess it makes sense because we do have a Scorpio eclipse. So with a Scorpio eclipse, it would only be fitting for the reading to come out this way. All right, Pisces. Oh, this kind of goes with the Capricorn reading. Some of my Pisces are sword fighters. Some of my Pisces are definitely sword fighters. And I have nothing against sword fighters, you guys. I'm just going to cover up the tips of these dudes. But we see the King of Pentacles. He's quite literally riding a rooster. C-O-C-K, and then this King of Wands is holding his, and they're walking towards each other. You start walking, I start walking your way, you start walking mine, we meet in the middle. So some of my Pisces, yeah, it's like, and both of these men are with women, but they're walking towards each other, and they're looking at each other with their things flaming hard. So for some of my Pisces, you're closet bi or you're closet curious, and that's not wrong, but don't try and get a divine feminine who is very strictly straight and who is only into straight men to be with you when you're into men. Don't do it. Don't do it, Pisces guys. So I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, but this is coming out very, very, very strongly. Now, for some of my other Pisces men, you can just be very selfish about your energy right now because you're manifesting wealth in your career, and so you are quite literally touching yourself for manifestation. But if you aren't practicing semen retention, then you're doing it wrong, because only females are supposed to orgasm for manifestation. So if you're a guy that's blowing your load to manifest something, you're failing miserably. If you're a female who is touching herself to manifest, you're succeeding. And it's beautiful, darling. All right. Yeah, can't make this up, because for my guys that are doing that 10 of Wands with the devil, if you get caught up, you get what you get. You got served is what I'm hearing. For some of my Pisces, you better watch out because you got served. And then there's going to be some time for healing, Four of Swords. Hopefully, if you got something, it's something that can heal here. For some people, with the Devil and the 10 of Wands, you can't heal from this. So if I were a Pisces, I would get my health check and make sure that anyone that you have sword fighting with, that they also get a health check. Now, with the Two of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, someone can be waiting on you, Pisces, to grow up, waiting on you to get your money right, waiting on you. Someone is wanting to wait on you because there is a true love pair here. Someone can be waiting for someone to get out of these, like, bastardized fetishes that are actually just mind control manipulation that are imposed upon them because of their culture that they're indoctrinated in. And that's facts. That's facts. For some of my Pisces, you are put in this situation because you are supposed to transcend above it with the Hierophant. You know, the Hierophant is a spiritual leader, spiritual advisor here. And even though some of the most dark deeds have absolutely happened in the church, there is something here about the morale nonetheless, the standards nonetheless. And so Pisces, you can either rise to the occasion or raise your standards, or you can fall to the pits of hell with the Devil and this 10 of Wands, and you can enjoy your things that will not heal. So I would be cautious if I were a Pisces connecting with someone. And if I'm a Pisces female, if you're a Pisces female, please be cautious before connecting with a Pisces male and make sure that he gets seriously checked out. Yeah, because you want to keep your lady bits clean. So just have to say it. Now, for some of my Pisces, you could have a strong pull towards someone, but you know that there are certain things in your life that you have to clean up and change before you can come correct to this person. For some of my Pisces, there is something here still being at war with yourself. And while your mind is at war with itself, and while your mind is at a state of unrest, you will not be able to attract a divine feminine, divine masculine relationship, because both the divine feminine, divine masculine are rooted, stable, and grounded in who they are. And so if you have a Five of Swords constantly playing in your head, then you won't be able to attract, let alone hold on to, a connection with someone who is not a Five of Swords in their head. If I'm balanced and at peace, just sitting somewhere and enjoying, just the beingness of life, and I'm next to someone who has racing thoughts, I'm going to feel that because I'm still. So because I'm still, I feel when the energy around me is like zzz, and that doesn't feel good. Like that's not attractive to me. That's literally repulsive to me. It doesn't turn me on. So that also is the key to healing, because for some of my Pisces, if you're like trapped on an ex from the past and you just cannot get over this person, you need to really ask yourself, those are racing thoughts. So is that really love, or is it just lust and some sort of competition game? Like, was it just a game? Yeah, was it all just a game, Pisces? Because love is, oh my gosh, there's a quote. It's like, I'm going to butcher this, so I'm just going to paraphrase it. But basically, there's this quote that says, don't go for the person that makes your heart palpitate and that gives you butterflies in your stomach. Like, go for the person that makes you feel calm and grounded and that there's just clarity and just peace. Peace. Because someone who has healed, or someone who has gotten over the hump in healing, because we're always healing, I don't believe anyone's ever healed, someone who's gotten over that hump is someone who is at a state of peace. And if you're a Five of Swords, then you're not in a state of peace. And if you're in a Five of Swords, you're not going to attract a partner who's at peace. So Pisces, if you're not in a relationship and you're looking for a relationship, or you want a relationship, you're not at peace. So you're not going to attract people that are at peace. All right, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Some of my Aries, you are very, very strongly resisting temptation. You may be tempted, Aries. But with the Emperor and the Strength card, you cannot be tempted. You cannot be tempted. No. And literally, Hierophant here too. It's like this person is like trying to offer her, and she's like, nope, 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 nope. Can look but can't touch. You can't have it. Can't have it. Alrighty. Aries, whoever's coming towards you, we'll say has a thick trunk. Take that to mean whatever you will. For some of my Aries, you could have a Capricorn, another Aries, Leo or Sag or Virgo wanting to come towards you. But for a lot of my Aries, you are not in a relationship right now. You're celibate, you're focused on your career. If you're in a relationship, you and your partner are busy, or you and your partner could be splitting up with the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, so for some of my Aries, if you're single, you aren't looking for a relationship. The Hierophant in the reverse, you aren't looking for it. Queen of Wands, it's like you've been disappointed by so many things that you're in the state of just manifesting for yourself and keeping your energy to yourself. Now, if you are in a relationship, you could want to break free from this relationship because you feel like they're trying to control you. They feel like they're trying to have power over you, and you feel like you can't freely be yourself. You feel trapped, you feel caged, you feel suffocated. And so for my Aries that are in a relationship, you want to release that suffocation. I'm hearing suffocation, no breathing. This is my last resort. With the Hermit and the Hierophant, there really could be I don't want to say a long time, but for some of my Aries, it's like, with the Hermit and the Hierophant, there are life lessons that have to occur here within you or your partner that just don't happen overnight. They don't happen in a couple days. They don't happen in a week. These are changes and occurrences, that have taken years to integrate. And so for some of my Aries, if you are wondering about reconciliation with somebody and you just recently split up, it's going to be a while before it's healthy to reconcile. However, for my Aries who are wondering about reconciliation and it's been a long time, it can be the season. I'm hearing cuffing season from the beginning of the reading. It can be cuffing season. So for some of my Aries, you could potentially attract a relationship with someone of your past, and it's been a while between you and this person, but this time between you two was required and mandatory, the Hierophant with the Hermit, for you both to be at a certain level spiritually, emotionally, and physically also, I'm hearing, because health isn't just about our physical vessel, you guys. It's not just about our mental health either, but it's about our spiritual health as well. And so this could be someone who maybe had like all the physical health, but they didn't really have a deep connection to God or their own selves. They weren't really self-aware or emotionally available, and so they had to work on those things. It can be someone who was a great person, but they just kept trashing their body and they weren't taking care of their body. And you're like, man, I love you, and it's not that I don't think you're attractive, it's just you don't take care of your body. And so I literally, it's just a health thing. Like, I take care of my body, I take care of my mental health, I take care of my spiritual health. So I deserve somebody who equally matches me in these areas. And so this can be, you know, a reconciliation of someone who is finally upping their game. And if you're someone wondering why an Aries isn't talking to you or isn't giving you the time of day with the Hierophant in the reverse, it's because you're not on their level. And that's not saying, that's not a bad thing. It's just that, like, someone who just started playing, someone who just started a sport isn't going to be upset that they can't apply to the Olympics, right? Because they just haven't even gotten to that level yet. So there's levels to this. So if you are looking for someone or you want to be a match to someone, then you have to rise to the occasion. Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Taurus. Big wheels keep on turning. Carry me home to my kin. Singing songs about the South side, sweet home Alabama. Okay, I'm hearing sweet home Alabama, where them skies are so blue. So some of my Taurans, you could be wanting to travel to the South or the Midwest. Someone here, Lord, I'm coming home to you, home to you. Someone here wants to come home to you, Taurus, or you want to go home to somebody. Some of my Taurans could want to move. Some of my Taurans can be feeling disappointment. They can feel like lackluster. They can feel like whatever they've been giving into or dealing with. Like, if you're in a relationship, for my Tauruses who are in a relationship, I would just say, okay, if you look up online, will, want, won't list, you're welcome. Type in will, want, won't list. So for some of my Taurans who are in a relationship, if the esse time is getting boring, lackluster, and you're just not, you know, it's just not what it used to be, if you've been together for a while, whatever the reason, Taurus, there's a strong need to dive in. Trey Songz, I'ma let you dive in. I'm hearing the song Dive In by Trey Songz. You need to dive into some, let's talk about sex, baby, let's talk about you and me. So some education is needed. What a perfect time for you and your partner to explore and become students of your bodies, students of love, students of maybe tantra, students of, you know, whatever it is in the bedroom. But with the Magician and the Six of Wands, you guys absolutely can have success to get that love going, especially with the Two of Cups here. But it does require an education, because right now, if you're a Taurus and you're in a relationship, you aren't completely satisfied with the chitty chitty bang bang downstairs. Like, you're not completely satisfied. But it's because there's something here, like fantasies that you're not exploring because you're worried about what your partner would think, or, you know, it's like there's a need to just like be unapologetic and to really get to the root of it. Now, for my Taurans who are single, you can feel like all of the options that just come your way, you're like, next, 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 next. You're just like not about it. And that's good. That's very good, Taurus. I do feel like there is a connection coming towards you. Strength, Six of Wands, Magician, Two of Cups. So Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, and Sagittarius could be someone that you could be getting into a relationship with, or someone who has these placements strongly in their chart. All right, Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini. I'm hearing My Pony by Genuine. My saddle's ready, come in, jump on it. Ooh, we have the Tower here. I'm hearing, they may need a whipping. So someone here thinks someone needs a whipping. Okay, Gemini, got some BDSM in the house. Okay. Oh, yeah. Someone here likes to get spanked. Someone here wants to